everyone, thanks for coming back to the DNS channel. My name is EdieAnne. I was asked a really good question yesterday, maybe even the day before. I thought, boy, I wonder how many people think that. And boy, I never realized that I was going to have to answer this kind of a question. And it became kind of a surreal thing after a moment of thinking about it, because I thought, that's a really good question. She asked me she asked me to be honest, and she said, do you think I would benefit more from having a person that's local to me, or how do you think it would affect me signing up under someone who has a big team like yourself? Well, my first response was, I know that I have a big team. As far as I'm concerned, I have a big team. But in the comparison of things, there are teams out there that have like 3, 4, 5, 15,000 people in them. So that's a big team. But let me put it into the perspective that I put it into perspective for her. And I don't mean that this may not be the case, but it was the first thing I thought of, and I thought, it's a good thing to share with people, I think, so that they see different sides of the coin, really. Guys, of course I want people to join my team, right? But I'm also going to give you an honest opinion in regards to business, or how it will affect you personally. So if there are certain things that you want or don't want, then I'm going to let you know what's best from the opinions or the experience that I've had. Okay? So my answer to that was, if you join with a small team, or someone that's local, not necessarily a small team, somebody that's local has a smaller team, let's say, one, it could be absolutely amazing for that person to help them grow their team by you joining their team, right? So that's a definite. And I would not be where I am now if it hadn't been for those people that said, hey, I want to join a smaller team, right? However, I also remember how it was when I was at the beginning. And if you, like this particular person, wanted to join as just something to do for themselves, they didn't want to be bugged, they don't want to be harped on about minimums and quotas and, growing their team and that sort of thing. And honestly, that's how I was when I first started. Don't bug me. Listen, if I want to grow my team, I'm going to grow my team. Don't bother me about if I didn't do a good month or if I didn't have a good week or whatever. And so I get that, but I also know that with a smaller group, we tend to be a bit more focused on the people that we have, because it's a smaller attention span, right? Meaning attention span as to who we have, the span is a lot smaller. So if you've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on your team, you are going to know those 5 people very well. You are going to want them to grow their team, because now you've got a taste of the growth and you want it. And so you're going to probably push a little harder for people to grow their teams, do better in PRV and in their sales. And that may not be something that you are wanting. However, if that person is a good leader, then if you ask them to leave you alone, then hopefully they will. But in a smaller team, it's going to be more focused on. Hopefully that makes sense. With a larger team, one, there's a little bit more experience that goes into the training and the desires that the person wants who's signing up. There's been a lot more experience that I can say I've had many different levels of people and interest in this business. And so I kind of have a better understanding as to when you say leave me alone, that means leave me alone, because ultimately you can grow and you're going to self-motivate yourself, and this business is going to be absolutely amazing for you if you are open to it. And that's what I always tell people. I'll leave you alone. Just be open to the possibility that something good can come of this, because that's where I was. I said, don't bug me, but I was open to the possibility of something happening. And look where I am, right? Look where I am now. So just understand that your choice shouldn't be based on whether a team is large or not, shouldn't be based on whether the consultant that you're joining under is close to you or not. It needs to be based on a person that you can connect with, that you think will help you grow as a person in the way that you want to grow, right? So that person needs to be a bit flexible in their leadership skills. That's all I'm going to say. So, am I saying that I'm perfect? Absolutely not. No, I am not perfect. I've got some experience under me. Absolutely. I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I've got a larger team, so I've had more experience with different types of people, different attitudes, different characters, different ethnicities, different cultures, different locations, countries, regions. So, I mean, all of that stuff does play into how I can provide the quality leadership that a person needs. And I'm not saying that a person with a small team doesn't have that, because that's how I learned. That's how I started. So ultimately, I feel like you need to pick a person to sponsor you that you're going to click with, that you're going to be able to communicate with, that you're going to be able to be on the same page with, right? And I'd like to say it's me. I can't say that it is, but I'd like to say it's me, and I would love to have you on my team. I would love to have, one of the things that I kind of thought of the other day, and I had seen somebody else write about it, but I thought, boy, this really hits home with somebody. I have somebody on my team that didn't want to do this the way that I thought she could. She didn't feel she had the knowledge or the know-how, and just was like, just listen, if I do, I want to, but I don't know that I can. She was very self-doubting. And she's now a director. So I have been very privileged, and I loved this term, to have a front row seat to these people that are changing lives on their own or changing other people's lives. That's a pretty damn good seat to have. And I love being there. So you guys know me, I'm very visual. So I would love to be in your front row seat. I would love to watch you blossom if that's what you choose to do. I'm probably going to hit 500 people today, and I'm hoping that it's going to be you. That's number 500. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to just join, go to my website and click on join. I can sponsor people in any country that Scentsy is in. That's how it goes. I'm signed up to do that. That's including Canada and Mexico and New Zealand and Australia and Europe, including France and Spain and Ireland and the UK, Poland. So those are all places that we are in for Scentsy, which means that I can recruit there. So let me know. All right. I hope you pick me as your sponsor. I'd be honored, actually. Just let me know. All right. Have an amazing day. I can't wait to hit 500. I'm so excited. Bye.